I was wrong to betray you, knowing how jealous you are. I cheated on you with your enemy, the worst thing I did by far. Didn't appreciate your faithfulness, or how much you loved and protected me. This person showed up and offered me diamonds, cars, and plenty of money.
You are mine, you are mine, you are mine.
Never had to constantly beg and cry for my new lover to give me what I wanted, unlike you. Never had to go to bed another night disappointed, another promise that didn't come true. With my new lover I shopped and ate what I wanted and how much I wanted till I was stuck. I got tired of all your restrictions and rules. Don't do this, don't do that. You made my life rough.
You are mine, you are mine, you are mine.
He had what you did not suggest, unlimited spending at parties with high society. That's when I lost respect and saw you as low class and completely beneath me. With him all my dreams came true, but unfortunately guilt robbed my soul and joy. Learn the hard way, infidelity is alone, with a karmic debt that will destroy.
You are mine, you are mine, you are mine.
Changed the way I talked and dressed. I got so caught up in riches and wealth I let myself go. Then he finished using me, he beat me one last time, threw me away, treated me like a fool. You picked me up in your arms, carried me back home and said everything is fine. As you bandaged me, I asked after the way I did you. Why? You said because you were mine. I'm so sorry I cheated on you and betrayed your trust. I was wrong to play the field behind your back, all over lust. I was a fool to think the grass was greener on the other side. How can you possibly forgive me after I lied?
Because you are mine. In our vows I promise to love and protect you with my whole heart. I promise to stick by your side through thick and thin till only death do us part. No one's gonna take what belongs to me because, baby, you are mine. 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 You are
Hi, I'm Dr. Blake. Welcome to Marriage Counseling. What you just heard was a fictionalized account A song inspired by the kinds of stories couples bring into my office every day. Some stay, some leave. But all of them come here hoping to make sense of what happened. Now, let's hear from the man behind the lyrics.
I'm the guy in the lyrics. And that's not how the song went. Not for me. It was messier, louder. But I stayed. And I want to tell you why. I need to explain something. Because the way she described me in the lyrics, it wasn't who I was. I wasn't barking orders. I wasn't trying to control her. I'm a fitness trainer, health is my life. And I wanted her to live long enough to enjoy the future we talked about. You said I made your life rough with all the do this, don't do that. But those weren't punishments. Those were morning walks, treadmill sessions, meal prep, things we did together. I wasn't trying to restrict you, I was trying to keep you healthy. And when you went to him, you stopped everything. You ate whatever. Whenever you stopped moving, you stopped caring for yourself. You said he let you do whatever you wanted. But that wasn't love. That was neglect. And the money, you said I was stingy, that I held back, that I didn't give you what you wanted. But I wasn't hoarding money, I was budgeting. We talked about starting a family. We talked about college funds, a house, stability. I wasn't trying to deprive you, I was trying to build something real. You left because I wouldn't buy you luxury bags and jewelry, but I wasn't being cheap. I was being responsible. I was thinking about our future. You were thinking about the moment. And the worst part, I forgave you immediately. I thought I could handle it. But the next morning, every time you picked up your phone, every time you said you were going somewhere, I got hit with flashbacks. I felt sick. I felt like I was losing my mind.
I know I gained weight. I got out of shape. I didn't even recognize myself. I thought freedom meant no limits. But it just meant no care. I see that now I twisted everything he did into something negative. Because I wanted what I wanted. I called love control. I called protection restriction. I called responsibility stinginess. And I used those excuses to justify betraying him.
Before we continue, I want to acknowledge something important. There is a stigma around people who choose to fight for their marriage after infidelity. People say, just leave. People say you're weak. People say once a cheater, always a cheater. But healing is not a one-size-fits-all process, and choosing to fight for your marriage, when done responsibly, is not weakness. It's courage. But courage does not mean ignoring your pain, and it does not mean pretending trust magically returns.
That's why I'm here. People keep telling me I'm stupid for trying. But they don't know what we built. They don't know the mornings we walked together. They don't know the dreams we had. They don't know the life we were planning. I want to fight for my marriage, but I don't want to lie to myself.
And I don't want him to stay because he feels guilty or pressured. I want him to stay because he believes we can rebuild. Slowly, honestly, with structure.
That's the only way reconciliation works. Not blind forgiveness. Not pretending the betrayal didn't happen. Not minimizing the damage. You said he made your life rough. You said he restricted you. You said he held back money. But now you understand those were distortions, not truths.
Yes. He wasn't controlling me. He was caring for me. He wasn't depriving me. He was planning for our future. I twisted his love into something negative because I wanted luxury and attention.
And now the question becomes, can you rebuild a marriage when the story you told yourself about your partner was false? And can you rebuild a marriage when your nervous system is still in shock?
I forgave her too fast. I said the words before I understood the weight. The next morning, every time she touched her phone, every time she said she was going somewhere, I felt like I was reliving the betrayal.
That is not weakness. That is trauma. And trauma does not heal because you want it to. It heals because you work through it. Here is the structure for reconciliation, if you both choose it. Number 1, truth before comfort. No minimizing. No rewriting history. No calling infidelity a mistake. It was a choice, and it must be treated as such. Number 2, radical transparency. Not as punishment, but as a bridge, phones open, schedule shared. No secrecy. Number 3, health reconnection. Return to the routines that once bonded you. Morning walks, meal prep, shared fitness goals, not for weight, for trust. Number 4, financial partnership. Build a budget together. Set shared goals. Distinguish wants from needs, plan for the future you once dreamed of. Number 5, weekly emotional check-ins. Not arguments, not interrogations, just truth. What triggered me this week? What helped me feel safe? What do I need from you? Number 6, accountability without pressure. She demonstrates change through consistency. He is not rushed to get over it. Healing is measured in months, not moments.
Their first real breakthrough. Fictional dramatization only, not therapy or a substitute for professional mental health care. Late afternoon, session 3. The air feels different, not heavy, not tense, just open. They sit closer than before, not touching but not distant either. Dr. Blake watches them with the quiet awareness of someone who knows when a shift is happening.
Last session, we built the structure. Today, I want to hear what happened when you tried living inside it.
I had a moment this week. She said she was going to her friend's house for tea, and normally that would have sent me into a spiral. But instead of shutting down, I told her what I was feeling. And she didn't get defensive. She didn't roll her eyes. She didn't say, "You should be over this by now." She just listened.
I told him, "Thank you for telling me I understand why you feel that way." And I shared my location without him asking. Not because he demanded it, but because I wanted to help him feel safe. That was the first time I felt like we were on the same team again.
That's a significant shift. Not because of the location sharing, but because of the emotional posture behind it. You weren't reacting from fear or guilt. You were responding from accountability. And you weren't reacting from panic. You were responding from vulnerability.
And something else happened. We went on our morning walk again. The first one since everything happened. It felt familiar. Not perfect. Not like before, but familiar.
I didn't realize how much I missed that. Not the exercise, the connection, the rhythm, the way we used to talk about our future.
Shared routines rebuild trust because they rebuild predictability. Predictability rebuilds safety. Safety rebuilds connection. This is what real progress looks like. Not grand gestures, not dramatic apologies, but small, consistent moments of honesty and cooperation.
I'm not healed. I'm not over it. But for the first time, I feel like maybe we can get somewhere.
And for the first time, I feel like I'm earning that possibility.
Then today is a milestone, not the finish line, but the first day you both moved in the same direction at the same time. Reconciliation moments aren't about perfection. They're about truth. And today, you told the truth to yourselves and to each other.
They leave the office, walking side by side. Not holding hands, not pretending everything is fixed, but moving forward with intention. For the first time since the betrayal, the path ahead doesn't feel impossible. It feels possible.
Session 4. The first major setback. Fictional dramatization. Only, not therapy or a substitute for professional mental health care. The couple walks into Dr. Blake's office slower than usual. The air is heavy again, not like the early sessions, but like something new has landed on them. They sit. Neither speaks. Dr. Blake senses immediately that something has shifted.
Something happened. Take your time. Tell me what you need me to know.
I had my annual checkup this week, and the doctor called me back in. They found something. I tested positive for an STD.
I thought we were making progress. I thought we were rebuilding. And now I have to wonder. Did you give me something? Did you put my health at risk? Did you put our future at risk? This is exactly what people don't talk about when they say fight for your marriage.
This is the part they leave out.
This is a very real consequence of infidelity, and it is not over-dramatic. It is not rare. It is not something to gloss over. This is not just emotional harm. This is physical harm, and it must be addressed with complete honesty.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't feel anything. I didn't have symptoms. I didn't think.
You didn't think because you didn't want to think. Infidelity is not a mistake. It is a deliberate choice, and choices have consequences.
I got tested this morning. I don't even have the results yet. I'm terrified, I'm angry, I'm humiliated, and I'm trying so hard not to hate you.
These feelings are normal. This is trauma layered on top of trauma. And this does not automatically end the reconciliation process, but it does change it. Number 1, immediate medical priority. You both need full testing, treatment if necessary, and follow-up care. Your physical health comes first. Number 2, emotional safety reset. This setback resets the emotional timeline. You cannot continue as if nothing happened. Number 3, transparency deepens. This requires a deeper level of honesty than before. No minimizing, no excuses, no "I didn't know." You must face the reality of what happened. Number 4, rebuilding slows down. Progress does not disappear, but the pace must slow. Your nervous system needs time to process this new layer of betrayal. Number 5, the pregnancy question. You mentioned something else in your message to me. You said you might be pregnant.
I didn't want to accuse her, but now I don't know if the baby would be mine.
I don't know either.
This is not the moment to make decisions. This is the moment to gather facts. A paternity test can be done safely and ethically, but only after medical professionals confirm the pregnancy. And whatever the result is, we will face it here, together, with honesty. This is the part of fighting for your marriage that no one writes songs about, the part where consequences show up, the part where fear takes over, the part where you question everything. But this is also the part where you find out whether reconciliation is real or just a fantasy.
I want you to take a breath with me before we go any further. You're not sitting across from someone who's here to shame you. You're sitting across from someone who understands that infidelity doesn't happen in a vacuum, and neither do the consequences. An STD doesn't make you dirty. It doesn't make you unlovable. It doesn't define your entire marriage. It's a medical condition with emotional weight, and we're going to address both.
They leave the office not holding hands, not walking side by side, but walking in the same direction, slowly, painfully, honestly, toward whatever truth comes next. Session 5. Pregnancy confirmation. Fictional dramatization, only seen. The couple enters Dr. Blake's office. The wife looks pale, holding a folded piece of paper. The husband looks like he hasn't slept. There's a heaviness in the room, not anger, not distance, but fear. They sit. Dr. Blake watches them quietly, giving them space.
You both look like you've been carrying something heavy. Whenever you're ready, tell me what happened.
got the results back. I'm pregnant.
Thank you for telling me. What else do we know?
The doctor confirmed the timeline based on the ultrasound. The baby is my husband's. I didn't know I was pregnant during the affair. I swear I didn't know.
I believe you, but that doesn't make this easy. When you told me you were pregnant, my first thought was, is it mine? And I hated myself for thinking that. But I couldn't help it.
That reaction is normal. Infidelity creates uncertainty. Even when the facts are clear, your nervous system is still trying to protect you. And you're carrying a child in the middle of the biggest emotional crisis of your marriage. That is overwhelming.
I feel guilty for being pregnant. I feel guilty for being relieved it's his. I feel guilty for everything.
Guilt is understandable, but guilt cannot be the foundation of your reconciliation. This pregnancy does not erase the betrayal, and it does not guarantee healing. But it does give us clarity, and clarity is something we can work with. Number one, the baby is not a bandage. This child cannot be used to fix the marriage. A baby adds stress, responsibility, and emotional intensity, not instant healing. Number two, the husband's fear is valid. Even with confirmation, intrusive thoughts may continue. That does not mean he doesn't love you or the baby. It means he is still healing. Number three, the wife's guilt must be addressed. Guilt can motivate accountability, but it cannot be the only emotion driving your behavior. You must rebuild from responsibility, not self-punishment. Number four, the reconciliation plan must adjust. With a pregnancy involved, we must slow down, not speed up. Your emotional safety matters even more now. Number five, the STD situation must still be managed. Pregnancy does not cancel the medical reality. Both of you must continue treatment and follow-up care. Then today is not a setback. It is a turning point. Not because the news is easy, but because you faced it together. Reconciliation moments aren't about perfection. They're about truth. And today you told the truth, even when it hurt.
Sunny afternoon at the golf course. The husband and Charles are riding in a cart between holes. Charles is the type who says exactly what he thinks. Blunt, loyal, and then filtered. They stop near the next tee. Charles leans on his club, squinting at the husband.
And then I heard you and your wife are trying to work things out.
I'm trying, but it's not easy.
I'm gonna be real with you. If my wife did that, she'd be out.
No way in the world I'd take her back after some dude been in that. Wouldn't even feel the same. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm not calling you stupid. Actually, I admire you for fighting for your marriage, but it's not something I could do.
Did you know she's pregnant?
Aw, man, is it yours?
I'm not sure. According to the timeline, she was pregnant before the affair started. So I don't think it's his. But who knows what she was doing before that? I'm having all these doubts.
Man, that's rough.
And she tested positive for an STD.
See, this is why I tell people it's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. Is it one of the little ones you can clear up with a prescription? Or the big one?
It's the big one.
Have you gotten your results yet?
Nope. I'm scared to death.
What if you find out you have it?
I don't know, but I'll tell you this. She and I have been together since we were kids. We built a friendship. We built a life. It's hard to just throw that away. I know I've made mistakes too. Not infidelity, but stupid stuff. And she forgave me every time. So part of me feels like if she could forgive me, maybe I can forgive her. I just didn't know that when you try to work out your marriage, these kind of bumps come with it.
Look, I still wouldn't do what you're doing, but I'm not you. And honestly, it doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong. Most men would have run. You're standing in the fire that takes guts.
Yeah, but if she really does have the big STD, and if I have it too, how do we even, be intimate again?
I've heard of couples dealing with that. They use protection, they take precautions, they make it work. If it comes to that, you'll figure it out. People do.
I just want my marriage back. Not the fantasy version. The real one. The one we built.
Then keep fighting. You're stronger than I'd ever be in your shoes.
They step up to the next tee box. There's some warm on their backs. For the first time in days, the husband feels something he hasn't felt since the betrayal. Not certainty, not peace, but strength.
A quiet afternoon at home. The wife is folding laundry on the couch. Towels, shirts, the normalcy of it almost painful. Ruby Joe, her closest friend, stops by with iced tea and that girl. Talk to me energy. She sits down, watching the wife folding clothes with trembling hands.
Okay. I've been hearing things. I heard you and your husband are back together.
Yeah, we're trying. He's such a good man, Ruby Joe. I still can't believe he took me back. I still can't believe how much he loves me. I swear, I have the greatest husband on the face of this earth. And every day I wake up with this guilt in my chest, like, how could I do that to him?
What happened? What's going on?
You won't believe this. I found out I was pregnant before the affair even started.
Wait, what?
I had a piece of my husband with me while I was doing something that betrayed him. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. But when the doctor told me the timeline, I felt sick. I felt ashamed. I felt like the worst woman alive.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot.
And that's not even the worst part. I found out I have the big STD.
Are you serious?
Yes. And I had to tell him. I had to look him in the eyes and say it.
And he still stayed.
Yep. He's still here, still going to counseling with me. Still trying, still loving me through all of this. I'm telling you, Ruby Joe, I have the greatest husband on planet Earth.
My husband would have left me in a heartbeat if that happened. No hesitation. No counseling. No second chances. But I'm happy for you. I really am. I'm sorry you're going through all this. But I'm glad you two are working it out.
I don't deserve him. But I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to be worthy of the man he is.
Closing monologue from the wife. This is a fictional dramatization for storytelling purposes only. She stands in the nursery doorway, hands resting on the edge of the crib they just assembled. Her voice is soft, trembling, but steady with truth.
I need to say something, and I need you to hear all of it, even the parts that scare me. I love you more than I have ever loved anyone in my life. And every day I wake up knowing I almost destroyed the best thing that ever happened to me. When everything came out, the affair, the pregnancy, the diagnosis, I looked at you and thought, he deserves better than this. He deserves better than me. I know you married me when I was healthy. I know you trusted me with your body, your heart, your future, and I broke that trust in the worst way. So I need you to know this. If you had chosen to walk away, if you had said you needed a fresh start, if you had said you couldn't carry this pain with me, I would have understood. I would have let you go, because I want you to be happy, even if that happiness wasn't with me. And when I found out I was pregnant, I thought, he didn't ask for this. He didn't ask for any of this. I was terrified that keeping this baby would trap you in a life you didn't want anymore. But you stayed. You stayed through the fear. You stayed through the anger. You stayed through the test results and the counseling and the nights when I cried myself to sleep because I didn't feel worthy of you. And when you told me you wanted this baby, when you told me you wanted us, something in me changed. I stopped seeing myself as the woman who ruined everything and started trying to become the woman who can rebuild everything. I'm not offering to disappear. I'm not offering to run. I'm offering to stand here, fully accountable, fully present, and build a life with you that is honest, healthy, and safe. You deserve joy. You deserve peace. You deserve a partner who protects your heart the way you've protected mine. And I'm gonna spend the rest of my life proving that I can be that woman. I love you, and I'm here, not out of guilt, not out of fear, but out of choice. The same choice you made when you stayed.
Closing monologue from the husband. Fictional dramatization only. He steps toward her, gently taking her hands away from her face so he can see her fully. His voice is steady, not dramatic, not trembling, just honest.
Listen to me. I hear every word you just said. I hear the fear, the guilt, the love, the regret, all of it. But I need you to hear me now. You don't have to sacrifice yourself for me. You don't have to disappear. You don't have to offer to walk away or give up this baby to make things right. That's not love. That's punishment. And I'm not here to punish you. When everything came out, the affair, the pregnancy, the diagnosis, I was broken. I was scared, I was angry. I questioned everything I ever believed about us. But even in the middle of all that pain, I never stopped loving you. Not once. And this baby, our baby, is not a symbol of your betrayal. It's a symbol of the life we started building long before any of this happened. You said I deserve to be happy. You're right. I do. But happiness for me isn't about running away from the hard parts. It's about choosing the person I want to build a life with, even when it's complicated. I'm not staying because I'm trapped. I'm not staying because I'm scared to start over. I'm staying because I want you. I want us. I want this family. You don't have to earn your place here, you already have it. What we're doing now isn't about guilt. It's about rebuilding, and I'm choosing to rebuild with you. I love you. And I'm not going anywhere.
Final Dr. Blake epilogue. Fictional dramatization only. Dr. Blake stands in the doorway of his office after their final session washing them. Walk out together, not clinging, not pretending, but steady. His voice comes in like a reflective narration, calm and clinical, but warm.
Reconciliation is not a straight line. It is not a reward for suffering, nor a shortcut to healing. It is a choice, one that must be made with clarity, honesty, and emotional responsibility. This couple faced realities many people never speak about. Betrayal, trauma, medical consequences, fear, uncertainty, and the weight of rebuilding trust. And yet, they chose to stay. Not out of denial, not out of desperation, but out of intention. Infidelity does not automatically end a marriage, and forgiveness does not automatically restore one. Healing requires accountability, consistency, and the willingness to sit in discomfort without running from it. They did not choose the easy path. They chose the honest one. And that is why they have a real chance at a future. Not perfect, not painless, but possible. In the end, the strength of a marriage is not measured by the absence of hardship, but by the courage to face it together.
outside Dr. Blake's office is quiet now. The couple has gone home to paint walls, fold baby clothes, and rebuild a life they almost lost. Their footsteps fade, but the echo of their courage lingers. Some stories end with fireworks, some end with heartbreak. But this one ends with something far rarer, a choice made with open eyes. They didn't stay together because it was easy. They didn't stay because the world approved. They stayed because love, when it's honest, is not the absence of pain, but the willingness to face it. They stayed because accountability mattered more than pride, because healing mattered more than image, because the future they dreamed of was worth fighting for, even when the fight was messy, frightening, and real. And somewhere down the hall, Dr. Blake turns off the last light in his office. He knows he cannot save every marriage. He knows not every couple survives betrayal. But he also knows this: when two people choose truth over denial, responsibility over excuses, and courage over fear, they give themselves a chance. Not a guarantee, not a fairy tale, a chance. Outside, Earl is waiting, loud, hungry, and full of life, ready to drag his little brother to dinner and remind him that even healers need healing, even counselors need laughter, and even the heaviest days deserve a soft landing. And as the door closes behind them, the story settles into its final truth. There is no shame in fighting for your marriage. There is no weakness in choosing to stay. There is only the quiet strength of two people who refuse to let their worst moment define their entire future. And that is enough.
Little brother, you in there, or you're organizing them books again?
I'm closing up. Earl, what's going on?
What's going on is I'm hungry. Peggy's downstairs talking to your wife. What's her name again? Amethyst something.
Amethyst.
That's what I said, Amethyst.
You absolutely did not say that.
Look, man, you married her. I just try not to embarrass myself when I say her name.
You fail every time.
Anyway, Amethyst got off from the hospital early. Peggy spotted her in the lobby, and now they down there talking like they've been friends since '92.
That sounds like both of them.
Between me and you, I think they plotting on us. So you might as well come on before they start making decisions about our lives.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Hey, that couple that just left, I know the husband. We used to work together. He told me he was trying to fix his marriage, so I said, go see my little brother. He'll tell you the truth even when you don't want to hear it.
I'm glad he came. They've been through a lot.
Man, me and Peggy been through our own storms. We were 2 seconds from calling it quits. Fussing, slamming doors, threatened to divide the furniture. She even moved back in with her mama for a minute.
You still fuss.
And we still together. That's the point.
You two are solid.
Solid like concrete. Loud, messy concrete. Now come on, I'm taking us to this new spot. I hear they got the best barbecue ribs in the city. And don't worry, they got your vegan food too for you and Amma. Amethyst Earl. Yeah, that's what I said, amethyst. And you promised me you'd go vegan for 30 days. It'll help your health and your weight. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Today is as good a day as any to start. Oh man. And just when that new restaurant opened, I've been thinking about them tender, juicy ribs all day. Why you gonna do this to your big brother? The ribs will still be there in 30 days, Earl. Come on, you promised. You'll feel better, Peggy did. And now she's vegetarian. At least try a vegetarian meal.